Guys, it's Rachel here. So we have something different today. I'm going to be doing this slow stitching project by Forage by Lisa Mattock, and she is a dear friend of Mum and Sarah's. They've done quite a few of her stitching things and have become quite good friends. And she's really lovely, and she's made these gorgeous Christmas houses. So I have her pattern here. I'll put the link in the description box. You can buy the pattern, or if you don't have a lot of fabrics, you can also buy the pattern and kit, and it's in Aussie dollars. So I'll put both the links in the description box below. This is not sponsored or anything like that. It's just a project that I'm wanting to do and share with you, because I know a lot of you like the sewing projects. So she made these beautiful Christmas houses, and I'll also put it Instagram, because there's more images on Instagram and a little video where Lisa shows you how she displays them. And I've done mine the wrong way. I didn't read the instructions fully before I started. I did this and then I read the instructions, and I've done it wrong. So you'll have to buy the pattern to know exactly which is the correct method. And I may come across some problems because I haven't done it the right way, but you know me, I'll just jiggle it along and it'll be fine. So what I'm going to do is with this project, I'll put maybe 1 or 2 videos up a week, and we can do it together. I won't obviously stitch all of it on video because it'll take forever, and I won't do them exactly the same as Lisa, but I will do my own spin on them. But they are really cute, and I'm very excited about it. So her method is what I did wrong. I'm going to do another one, the same method. I also reduced the pattern 75% as well. This is the original size, but I also reduced it 75%, and I'll be making a small one. So the small one, I'll do the correct method, and then the big one, I'm doing my bodgy incorrect method. So yes, I thought maybe 1 or 2 videos a week. As I progress, I'll be showing you what I'm doing as far as decorating sort of thing, because the pattern is Lisa's, so you'll have to get the pattern from her. But in her pattern, you get the instructions for the house, the construction of the house, the templates, and how to go about it, and then some ideas, but the decoration really is up to you. So maybe if you want to do this fun little project, then you could get her pattern. You can prepare your base. Read the pattern first. Before you cut anything, do anything, read the pattern first. I didn't do that. And I always say that with my patterns, read it first. And of course, I don't listen to my own advice. Okay, so anyway, mine's the wrong way, but we can still move on with it. So I've got all my bits, and because I did them wrong, I have written on them what they are, so I remember. And I've used vintage fabrics, possibly some newer ones in there, but most of them are vintage or antique. I've also got some bits and pieces of linens that I dyed. So these were the ones I dyed with the Rip dye mixed with tea, and that's coffee dyed or tea dyed. I also have some stamped on hemp, like I printed on hemp, sorry, and this was also printed on just a vintage cotton, so I thought that was fun to put in there. And so yeah, so what I'm going to do is, the first job is to stitch all my pieces down. I have a few methods that I do, but the method I think I'll do this time is I'm just going to use this I think it's a crochet sort of thread. Just going to get a nice long piece, and this will be a very short video unless I decide to attach another video to it. Maybe I'll attach another video when I've done them all, but I'll just start. I'm not going to bore you and stitch them down, you know, like all on video, but I will do a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I think I'll start, where will I start? I'll start here. Maybe I'll start here, and I'm just going to, well, here I'll just do some little stitches along the edge. And then when I get to it might help if you pull your knot flush with the fabric. So I'm just doing some little teeny tiny stitches here. And then when I get to here, to the edge of that fabric, I'm going to whip around it. with the overcast stitch. So hopefully you can see. I have to remember not to pull it towards me. I've probably gotten my thread is probably a little bit too long. And I will be adding some laces, but I like to do that afterwards. So here we're just going to do a whip stitch. And I like to stitch down all of my fabrics first before I decide on any, it's just a personal choice, before I decide on any sort of decorative stitching, if you know what I mean, or even cantha stitching. I prefer to secure them down so they're not moving about. I'm just doing little stitches. I like it to all be one, get rid of all my pins, and then I can start thinking about what types of stitching do I want to do on it. Now, when you will discover in Lisa's pattern the correct method. That is the best method, I think, to do it, because if I pull too tightly, these will probably shrink, and I'll have to jiggle them about. Although the ones with our other collaboration with Susanna Easdale from Vintage Blend Studio, they're not shrinking down too much. I mean, mine are wonky, but they're not shrinking down too much, so maybe they won't shrink. Who knows? So I mean, this would take me a while to do all of this, but I'll just slowly do it, and then I'll probably come back with another video. Maybe we'll do adding the lace video. But now, as I said at the beginning of the video, don't do it the same as me, because I've done it wrong. Now, this is the other thing I wanted to say. So I know lots of people are not confident hand stitches. I mean, hand stitching is really fun. This is something mindless that you can do while you're watching the telly. Especially this part, you don't have to think about it. There's no designing. You've done that when you've laid your fabrics down, and I am wondering if I've put too many busy fabrics, but we'll see what will happen. I can take that pin out. You see how the pins are annoying. So you can, if you want to go fast, you won't get the same. It will be a slightly different look, that's all. But you could machine stitch around these. That would be much faster, but you don't, as I said, you don't get the same look as hand stitching. So just securing it all down. Oops. So it probably won't take me that long to stitch these down, to get them all done. Probably, I don't know how long it would take really, but it won't take that long because I'm already nearly around one piece. And another important thing, which you'll see me do when I get to the end here, is you always put it down and readjust, because fabric is not like paper. It can bunch up a little bit, it can move, so it's always a good idea just to make sure everything is laying flat. I do have trouble following rules, so that's probably why, I have an aversion to it, so I always have to do my own thing, and my way is not always the best way. There we go. I'm not doing my proper knot. Okay, so I've stitched around there, so all I have to do here is stitch around that bit, then I'll stitch around that bit. So I'm just going to make sure it's flat, and it is, and I'm going to whip around there. And I'm just being careful not to gather it up too much, because I don't want it to get any lumpy bumpies in it. Or they probably just add a bit of character, really. It's not the end of the world. I might move that pin over there. I've noticed I don't have any pins over there. So this is going to be a little bit of a distraction from my other project that I'm working on, is the one for the kids. The journals, the Christmas journals. This is still Christmassy. I mean, of course, you can make these not Christmassy if you want to, but they are going to be Christmas house, hand-stitched Christmas house decorations. So we'll stitch one more piece, and then I'll sign off maybe. And while I'm stitching, I'll be thinking of anything else that I need to tell you. See that it's lumpy there? I would take my pins out and flatten that out. We'll do that just to make sure it's all sitting correctly. See that? Wasn't right. So now it's flat, and I might stitch around that one. I mean, this is just so easy. I mean, you whip over it. I'm doing little stitches so I don't have big dog's teeth stitches, as my mama would say to me. Look at those dog teeth stitches you've done. They look like dog's teeth. And Lisa has really an amazing collection. She's travelled to France quite a bit before COVID hit, and she's got quite an amazing collection of, enviable collection I should say, of fabrics. So I'm sure in her bundles, in her kits, there's some lovely pieces in there. So here I've gone all, you know, sort of red and ecru, or red and linen-y sort of colours, beige. I think my other one that the one I reduced the size 75%, I'm curious to see what that will look like. So I think I might pull out those few bits and pieces of Christmas fabrics I have, although I don't want too much, you don't want it to be too fussy on your base, because then you're going to be decorating it with all kinds of things. And I haven't decided yet what decoration I'm going to do. I was going to wait until I see how my base turns out, but I thought there'll be some embroidery and applique on it. Oh, and I also thought I didn't finish off my thought. I had two thoughts. I don't want to think too much, the brain might explode. But anyway, I probably will plan it a little bit. I don't normally plan things. I'm not a planner. But I probably will plan, you know, my composition. Okay, so that's that. So we're just going around the edge of our pieces. And I'll be doing it for all of those pieces because I did it wrong, didn't I? Now you'll be curious to know what the right method is. Well, it's in the pattern. Okay, so now I think I can easily just quickly go around. I'll do that one afterwards. And then I think I might attach this one here. This is, look, I love all these scrappy bits. I just had to put one of those on there. Scrappy piece of linen. So I'm just going to whip around that. I must see if I can find my famous hole that never found a home yet. Maybe that could find a home. I don't even know where it is. I've shoved it somewhere. It's here somewhere. It's here in the mess. My mother-in-law was laughing. I was showing her, I've got some other beautiful fabrics to cut up. And it's full of holes. It's really damaged and frail, but I love it. And I was saying, look at all those beautiful holes. And she said, oh my gosh. I said, I don't know if I can part with the holes. And she was laughing. She thought it was hilarious. But look at the textures you get with the scrappy bits. So yeah, I mean, as I'm stitching, the possibilities for decorating these are endless. The possibilities are endless. I'm thinking of all kinds of fun things. So I'll tell you a curiosity. I had, where is it? This hemp here. This one with the antique letter on it. And I just printed it on with my inkjet printer. I washed a piece of it out of curiosity and put it in the dryer to see if that might be the piece that I washed even, to see if it would come off. Do you know what? It didn't even fade. It didn't come off. So I thought that was interesting. Maybe over time it'll fade. I don't know. But I washed it at 40 degrees and nothing happened to it. See, if you hang around, you do get in little tidbits here and there of things. I remember things to say. I love how the look it starts to take on. It starts to become, once you stitch all your bits down, it starts to become like one piece of fabric. And it just looks so different too when it's pinned and everything's flapping about. My thread's not looking happy, but good thing we're at the end. There we go. So you can see how quickly this is coming along. So I'm thinking it probably won't take, it might take a bit more than an hour, but it won't take too long to stitch them all down. And then I'll come back and we'll put a little bit of lace on here and there. But look at that, look at how it's already starting to take on a new life. See, I have to readjust. Always readjust because I had a lumpy bumpy bit there. And put that up there. There we go. Okay, so I will be back and we'll put some lace on. See you soon. Okay, so I am back. It's actually been a few hours. It didn't take an hour, it took a few hours, but everything is stitched down. So now I just want to add on a few bits and pieces of lace. So let's just have a look at our pieces. And not too much. Might go. Oh, that's the bottom. So I'm not going to put any lace on the bottom. Okay. Let's see. I probably won't stitch them on in the video, but I might attach this there, I think. Or do I want to put it there? Oh no, I might put it there. So that'll be stitched on there. I have this. This might be too big. I don't want anything that big, I don't think. So let me see. I want some little pieces of lace, I think, here and there. Nothing too much. That's going to be nice there. Or do I think I might like it up there? No, there. Oh. So I'm going to have a door and windows on there. So I'm just trying to see. Maybe I'll put it in the middle there. Maybe up a bit high. Maybe, yeah, maybe there. I think that's the right way. And I'll just stitch those on the same way as the other part. I've got this lovely piece. So that's that. Here's my other bit. Hopefully you can see here. I was looking at my pieces. Well, maybe I might change that over here. I put this, oh, this jumper, it's got big sleeves. No, that might be too big. I think I might like to cut it and just have a piece of it there. That's it. Put that there. And let's see what else we, oh, I like this. Maybe put a little piece of that. And I think that'll be enough there because there's going to be other stuff. And that might even be covered up, so I don't want to put too much there. Okay, that's that one. And then let's have a look at this, what's happening here. No, that's just too obvious to me. Like that. No. There'll be a door there, so that will be covered. Oh, I like that. I think I'll put that there. Okay. Do I want something up there? Who knows? Do I? That's the question. What else do we have? What else do we have? Who knows? I've only got a small piece. Oh, look at that. There or there. I think I might put it up a bit higher so that way I'm not covering it with, just trying to double check. I think that's the right side. Not quite sure. So that will go there. Let's come back to this. Okay, so we've got that. I did cut this one, so we'll have to find a home for this. I might even make it smaller. You know, I have to audition all of the positions. I think it goes that way, I want to say, but it could be backwards, so who knows. Oh, I know what I've got, if I can find them. I have these. I'd like to put one of these on somewhere. That's it. And I'm going to put a little piece of that one, I think. Okay, so they're done. And then I have these. Just going through. Oh, that's pretty. I like that one. Do I like it down there? No. I'm going to put it up there. That. And I was wondering if on this bit up here, although you probably won't see much of it, I might like a little piece of this. I don't know. I'm just going to cut this little piece off and see. No. Put that there. Because there is going to be quite a bit of work on these, so I don't want to put too much. So that is my lace. I think I put 2 bits on each piece. That's my logic. That's where my logic is. 2 pieces on each bit. So let's just recap. So I've got 1, 2 here. Well, I'm counting that. That's like a cheesecloth. We have this one here. Now what I could do on this one is, if I can find them, yes, just a sec. I could put one of these on there. Let's see what we've got here. Look at that one. Goes that way. It's very elaborate. Put that there. I think it goes that way. Or is it that way? Is it an HD or an HC? I think it's an HC. We'll put it that way. Can't get my pin in there. There we go. So that will go on there. So that's kind of, they've both got initials. I put that one upside down, didn't I? That's about right. I would put it on upside down. Okay, so I've got those. Those are fine. They're going to have more decoration on them. We don't need all of those. And then this one and this one, plenty. And then this is not going to have any because this is going on the bottom. So there we go. So I'm going to stitch all of those down, and then I'm going to start thinking about how to decorate, and I'll plan that, and then I'll be back with another video. Okay, so there you have it. That is the start of my Lisa Mattock Christmas house project. So I hope you all join me in the little project, and I will see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye. Okay, I'm just attaching this update to the video so you can see where I'm at. I've attached my laces. Took a while, and any other little bits. So these bits, I'm going to do some slow stitching on those. And then I've attached my laces here, and I've just done a tiny bit of stitching on them because I still have to decide how I'm going to embellish the houses, the sides of the house. So I wanted to keep the stitching simple because I don't know what's going to be covered up. Now this is the base. I'm going to do more stitching on there, but my hands were getting tired because even though these are like sort of cottons and linens and things like that, sometimes they have a tighter weave, and it just, your hands do become a bit tired stitching because they're tougher. So I'll do some more on there. That's the base. This is one of the sides. Again, I've done just very simple stitching here because I need to put doors and windows on, so I don't want to you know, do all that stitching and then just cover it up. I did a little bit more here, but that's it. So if whoever wants to make this project, when you get Lisa's pattern or pattern and kit, then you'd have to wait for the fabrics to arrive. If you want to bring yourself up to this stage, then we'll be getting to the, you know, adding the fun bits to it. The other thing is, I won't show you how to construct it. Well, I have to read the pattern to do that. But that, you know, that's in the pattern, so that wouldn't be fair if I showed you how to construct it. But we'll do all the embellishing, like not all of the embellishing, but a lot of the embellishing on video. So I will see you again soon, and have a great weekend. Bye.